Hello, Nokamek, and in this video we're going to be talking about labels. So in SwiftUI, a label is basically a view that combines text view and an image view, creating a compact and visually appealing way to present content. Now, it is commonly used to represent buttons, menu items, or any part of the user interface where you have a text and an image that needs to appear together. Okay, so that's what labels are used for. Let's go ahead and try out with some overloads or some initializers that label provides. So we can use labels, a simplest initializer, which takes a title, string, and a system image as string. Okay, so we can simply say devtechie.com, and for the system image, let's put star.fill. Okay, and you would see that we will get a view where you have an image and a label, basically, or text being added on the screen. Okay, now label view utilizes hstack to position, and it aligns the text and image views, basically using the alignment property called first text baseline. Now, this we can verify by inserting a new line character into the label's views text. So we're just gonna put a new line character, and you can see that our star is aligned to the first text baseline. Okay, so why is it important? It's crucial to know this. So when we are designing our custom styles for label, we have the option to either match the existing behavior or create a completely different one, right? So that is the reason I wanted to point it out. Now, labels are not limited with the use of system images. You can use your own asset images as well from the assets catalog. Now, there is an initializer for that, and the only limitation with this initializer is that image must be small enough, because labels, this initializer that we're going to use, does not accept any sizing parameter for us to be able to size the label. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to create our label, and you can see there's an overload that takes a title string, localized string key, or a string, and an image. Okay, so if, let's say, you are using localization and you have localized file stored in your project, then localized key will work. But if you don't have one, then whatever you're providing inside the string quotes, that's going to be used as the label text. But let's go ahead and select this option. I'm gonna once again type devtechie.com, and for the image we are going to basically, let's use photo 1 first, or photo 1 or photo 2. I have these photos, but you can notice that these are really big photos, and we don't have a way to control or define any kind of modifier, because all it is expecting us to pass is basically a string which can basically be used to render the image itself. Now I have another image which is rather small, and now you notice that because this image is small, it fits just right in. Okay, now label offers an additional overloaded initializer that accepts a view builder closure for both title and image, gives you ability to create your own custom views. Now this provides a greater control over labels UI that we want to see. So once again, we're going to go into the list of all the initializers, and one of the one that we're going to notice is title and icon, and you can notice that both of them take a closure and return some kind of view. So let's go ahead and try this one out. In this one, we are going to first set the text view. Next, we're gonna set the image, and let's go ahead and use photo 1 as our example, and we're gonna make it resizable and also set the frame with width and height 44. We can even further customize it by clipping it with clip shape and make it circular. So this is how you can actually further customize, and this has much more control over what you create. Now you can, instead of using image from the asset catalog, you can very well use as a symbol image, just providing system name or system image overload, and use that as an option. Okay, now we don't have to adhere to the default configuration. If we require more control over the customization on the label view, label style is the protocol. This protocol enables us to create custom styles. Now the protocol's only requirement is to define the make body function. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our struct with the custom protocol first. So we're gonna call this custom label style, and it conforms to label style protocol. I'm going to accept basically whatever this autocomplete or predictive engine is providing, but I'm going to provide some configuration options. So I would expect user to pass in the icon color with of type color, title color, background color. Okay, so these are 3 initialization properties that I need to get access to. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to match the configuration that label out of the box supports, which is first text baseline, and then we're going to start configuring. So first thing we're going to say is a configuration.icon. Okay, use that, and also set the foreground style. Set the foreground style as whatever the icon color that has been supplied to us, and I'm going to add some gradient to that. Okay, next we're going to take our configuration object, and configuration object actually gives you access to both icon and the title. So I'm going to take the title and set the foreground style as title color dot gradient. Okay, and let's go ahead and set the font as well. So we're gonna say the font is gonna be title 2 for the title, so the text is gonna be slightly bigger. And then I'm gonna take this and add it right here. So we're gonna have 2 icons just to make it look a little bit distinct. We're gonna add some padding around this and add a background. So let's go ahead and add a background of rounded rectangle with corner radius as 10 points, maybe 15 points. And let's go ahead and set the fill for this guy as well with the background color that has been provided, gradient, and let's set the opacity as 0.2 as well. Okay, now our custom style is ready and we can apply it right here on this. So let's go ahead and try to apply the label style, and we're gonna say we are interested in custom style. Okay, and let's go ahead and set the icon color to be mint, title color to be orange, and background color to be mint as well. Okay, and what we should get is basically our view. Now notice that our alignment is causing a bit of an issue here because we are using a custom image, and our image's frames, our image's size is bigger, so that is causing Now you notice that that is causing basically the baseline to be matched for the text baseline to be matched for the images itself as well. Okay, now we can fix that by defaulting again to center, and that actually looks a little bit better. Okay, all right, so these are like, some of the configuration options. Now label provides some additional configuration options using the label style modifier, and for that what we're going to do is we're going to just remove or disable this current modifier, and we're going to say label style, and we can choose to show automatic, which is by default, but we can choose to show just the icon for the label. We can choose to show title and icon, which is default for this platform, and we can choose to show title only and hide the icon. Now, what is the difference between automatic and title and icon? Because they both of them were same. Now automatic is platform context. Basically it runs on the assumption that whichever or not the assumption, it actually looks at the platform that you're currently running on, and based on that it would actually automatically adjust to show the right kind of experience to match the overall experience of the UI. So let's say if you're creating this and you've launched this view for your tvOS app, then you have a little bit more space, and but the menus are basically also enlarged, so you have like option to show just title, let's say. So in that case it will automatically adjust, or if you're showing it in the watch, only title will appear, right? So those are the options, like basically that you can let SwiftUI or the framework decide what kind of label style to adopt for. And you can do that by setting the automatic. Now for iOS, the automatic is set to default value of title and icon. Okay. Now, if you give me just one reason as why I should convince you to use label instead of creating your own image and text inside HStack, it would be the seamless integration with list views, nothing else. List views because they have a big problem between alignment, row alignment, and if you have a content that is not properly aligned for the text and where the images are ending, then they may look weird. Let's go ahead and check it out with an example. So I'm going to set the title and icon back here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment this out. Okay, and let's go ahead and create a list, and instead of typing it, I'll just quickly copy and paste, and let's go ahead and format it. It's a simple list. It's just creating a list of DevTechie courses. So let's go ahead and update this. So can I have mastering, SwiftUI deep dive, and you have core image with SwiftUI. Okay, so these are 3 courses. Now I've added this divider to show you the mismatch. So if I take the divider out, okay, notice where this particular icon is ending, and you can see this is circle, and this is more kind of a rectangle, and this is also a rectangle. So there is a bit of a alignment problem here. Let's see if I can highlight this. So you can see that our circle is ending before, and our M in the first row is starting basically like before all the S and C. So there is a slight misalignment. Now this is barely noticeable, but in some cases it could be very big, making your app UI look a little bit weird. Okay, so what is the solution for this? Well, let's go ahead and change the HStack to label. Okay, now I'm just gonna once again, copy and paste, so you don't have to see me type all this, but it's basically, once again, I'm going to comment this one out and put the new code in, and I'm not going to bother to update the courses, so let's leave it like that. Okay, so now if I bring back the snipping, the screen capture tool, notice the S's, okay, and notice how they are basically they are aligned, they are starting from the same point, even though your images are ending at a different point, right? So circle is ending here, and if you draw a line from the circle, you will see that your envelope and the other icon is gone out, right? So you can see that how the alignment was achieved by simply converting or using the using the label instead of using the H stack. All right. Okay, so with that, we have reached the end of this video where we talked about labels in SwiftUI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you.